Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. I'm back with Sneaky tonight.
Hello.
That's for our final episode.
Yeah. We've pretty much done everything other than the pointless grind to add extra hours onto the gameplay ability. The only thing we really haven't delved that deeply into is Thaumcraft because we kind of got hurt. And I think there's been a lot of errors and glitches and bugs associated with this thing that we've been dealing with that's just not as intended.
Yeah, I'm 90% certain we accidentally downloaded the wrong version, basically. Probably between development releases, and we were way too committed by the time we realized. Also, we had a glitch in the last episode's recording. Built this reactor off camera. Well, on camera, which wound up being off camera thanks to a single misplaced button on my recording system.
And then come to find out we didn't actually need to do it after all because there's actually a recipe to turn Yellorium directly into cyanite, which is what we were wanting to set up a steam turbine that'll run off of the steam stuff from MFR, run by lava crystals, powered by the witches.
Mm-hmm. Well, exactly. And that just sort of was... Well, let's just say it kind of left a bad taste in the mouth.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that the Nether was supposed to be pre-generated world, not what we found.
Actually, a viewer did say that is actually the same Nether they had. But ours obviously was glitched in terms of actually having having the right features in it is what happened.
Yeah.
So, but either way, it was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, we wasted a metric ton of Yellorium to build this thing for basically nothing.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that we did was we did some the ore flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lapender was kind of our choke, and then we went to the Nether and we got the Nether Lapis ore, which smelts into 2 Lapis ore. So we got the Lapender, Aragold, Dimedalia. We've got several other seed types as well for the passive origins. And there was actually kind of an idea, Redstunderon, Ferranium.
Yeah, and then there was another tier. There's these seeds that produce the actual ingots are sort of the next tier ones.
Yeah, they're the next tier ones, and you notice they've got broken textures, which is another indication that we probably grabbed the wrong version of this pack.
I don't know. The goldenrod ones look okay to me. Like those ones look mostly okay to me, but probably not worth the risk. I mean, though, on the other hand, we do have everything we need to actually breed these things. Like, it's not like we've got any issues with actually making them. Just, well, it would just be a case of spending time on it. But, yeah, or gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold nuggets from flowers.
Yep. And then we just set that up with a harvester, and you got resource gen on the fly. I mean, renewable resources right there.
Yep.
That way you don't need to keep sieving for ores. You would only be sieving, really, for the specialty stuff you can't get any other way.
Like Yellorium.
Yeah,
and I think the best way I can think of to automate that would be to set up a sludge boiler, a set of sludge boilers on the cows.
Yeah, that would be the way to do it.
Because that produces that heat sound that we need to make the sludge in the future.
Yeah, with any degree of reliability anyway.
So, unfortunately, the way I see it is that the one thing I had actually sort of hoped to accomplish in this series that really fell apart very quickly due to the nature of skyblock was the whole aesthetics thing. I had been hoping to make this place look nice, and I realized that was really not by the time we got to the time we could make things look nice, we'd sort of run out of anything else to do.
Yeah, well, and the other thing about that is we did make an effort. I mean, we've got downstairs, which is our dirty lab that, all of the pipes and stuff. So it's actually looking fairly clean out here. So it's not bad. I mean, it's kind of plain, but it's...
I'm thinking when we start the next series in 1.10, I'm going to institute a once every 2 or 3 episodes is going to be a cleanup day.
That actually would not be a bad idea. And there's a mod in 1.10 that will really help with this. Chisels and Bits.
Sort of the next follower of Chisel.
Yeah, you can. Well, yes and no. We'll talk about that more when we get into the next episode where we're actually in the dev instance. We'll talk more about that then.
Yeah. So yes. So nothing. I mean, we got ourselves up and running pretty fast. Other than the first few episodes where we were really hurting for food, I think we got in pretty good shape pretty fast.
Yeah, once we got beef Wellington on farm, it all kind of cascaded from there. Once we were no longer subsistence level.
Yeah. We've each died, the 2 of us each died 4 times. Kate did not die once. I'm just looking at the history.
I died once to a cow.
Here, let me check. You were killed twice by the Void. And twice by monsters.
Yeah, once by a cow and once by a hellfish.
I died to lava 1 time, I burned to death twice, and I starved once.
Yeah, so 3 of the 4 times was a lava or other flammable liquid-related incident.
I'm really good at those. I am so clumsy.
That's okay.
And I just turned on a reactor. I kind of want to see what it's going to look like. It's got a 23% worth of the fuel in it, but it's
it's producing over 1,000 RF per tick.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad for a water cooled.
Oh, it's not water cooled. It's just running.
Yeah, no, there's water in there.
Oh!
Yeah.
Water cooled internally. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, should have been clear about that. It's not running nearly as...
if you put a water port on there, you can actually make it create steam.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's the whole purpose of... You can reconfigure these instead of cooling them. You have water literally run through them and be steamed.
Exactly. So right now we're sitting at a stable 1.2 KRF per tick.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
If we were to do our next step, which would have been the laser drill, that needs what?
20 or 40,000.
Power use, the 4 pre-chargers each use 800 RF per WK.
Per work item. Yeah, but the thing is...
Mm-hmm. But it's a little more complex than that.
It's a little bit more complex than that, yeah. So 800 times 4.
Yeah. Yeah, which is, 2,400.
2,400 per org created.
Yeah. So this would not support a very fast. I mean, actually, if all this generator was powering was the laser charger, it actually was not a bad quantity. I mean,
it would be running very, very slowly.
Yeah. But it would run. I mean,
kind of.
I mean, this is producing 1,200 RF per tick, and it takes 2,400 per ore.
Yeah, but that also will take forever to produce that ore, because the problem is, when you're looking at that stuff, there's a couple of different metrics you're wanting to look at, and that can consume, I think, 10k RF per tick.
Right.
Per pre-charger. So that's 40k RF per tick maximum consumption to run at the fastest speed. So when we're talking less than 10% of that, we're looking at about 5% of that. You're looking at moving pretty darn slow.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I suppose there's no point in stretching this out unless there's anything we want to show off at the last second here. I have to say it's been an interesting experience doing a skyblock map. Definitely not sure if it's my favorite style though. I mean, it's interesting, but it certainly doesn't have the longevity for me.
Well, the thing is, you never got into the bee breeding, which is where hours and hours of pure grind comes into play.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There is more things I could do, but I mean,
yeah.
I just threw some weird stuff into the bee crossbreeding system here. I managed to get a common drone out of it.
Nice. Yeah, common is the next tier. And then after common, you're going to want either the noble line or the industrious line. You're going to eventually want both of those because the industrious line creates the pollen, and that's needed for stuff. And then the other line will produce the royal jelly, which is needed to really get into Gindustry full score.
Yeah. Which is not something I am jumping up and down with excitement about trying to do, so... yeah.
Yeah, it is for some people, just not our particular play style. Yeah.
So yeah, coming up next will be a few episodes of dev testing while we get Sneaky gets the final details of the next Sneakycraft mod sorted out here, and then we'll gather who we can get and start a new world.
Yep. So we're going to be doing some dev testing. You're actually going to be seeing some behind the scenes things with us, and I'll start talking a bit about the process of actually being a pack dev. Because I know some people are kind of interested, could I make a pack? And I'll actually be discussing some of the things that you need to take into consideration as a pack dev. So definitely going to have a lot of interesting topics on that.
Yeah, so they'll be marked as such. It'll be, I'm not sure what the series will be called, but it'll be something about pack development, pack testing or something. So if that interests you, we'll see you in the next episode. Otherwise, we are targeting end of September, assuming all the mods are available, for the next full series to start. Assuming the delightful modders who are making free mods for us don't have real life hit them in the face.
Most of what we're wanting is already out. There's about 3 mods that I'm still waiting on. But other than that, I'm slating the actual official release of 1.0 Sneakycraft for 1.10 as the end of September. That's my initial goalpost, and that is taking into consideration the fact that life happens to the pack devs, and they're not doing this for a living, so it will take a back burner to actual life.
Yep. So, that's a wrap for Agrarian Skies. An interesting concept, which I had a lot of fun with, but it's time to move on to a not black expanse world. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you in the next series. Bye for now.
Take it easy.